Okay, so I finally got to finish the generator script. So we'll go through the setup first. Um, so firstly, this is my generator object here and here. You can have as many as you like, but you need to name them uniquely. So I've just gone with a simple generator 1, generator 2, generator 3, etc. But it doesn't really matter as long as you name them unique and remember the name, because you're going to need it for the other for the doors and the lights. My script is generator 2 simply because I had another generator script already, but if you rename it, just rename it in the script. So you're going to want to change the strength to the number of parts that you need to collect to repair it. I've already changed it so that it can't be damaged by shooting it, so there's no way to cheat. Obviously you're going to want it explodable to be no, otherwise, well, you would be able to destroy it, which would be a bit silly. You probably will want it always active, but I've just put it to no because I'm just doing this little test, but yes is probably best, so that you can control doors that are a long way away from the generator. But like I say, in my example, the doors are right next, so I don't really need to do that. But yeah, if you do get any problems with doors not switching on or off, etc., because they're quite far from the generator, you'll need to put this always active, and that should fix it. So we'll go into the lights, and as you can see, I've called it generator 1 space light, and then it needs the generator underscore light Lua script, which is my script for it. Basically, all that's going to do is return the name, because unfortunately that's not returned by default. And of course, this only works on dynamic lights or non-static lights. So I've got these two red lights. They're both exactly the same in setup, but it's just two lights to show that it does actually work for multiple lights. And then likewise, you need to see the same for the door, but it's called generator 1 space door. Again, you don't have to call it generator 1, but you have to name it the same as what you actually have named your generator. And then space door is just the identifier to say it's a door rather than a light, because obviously they have different interactions. And again, this is generator underscore door.lua, and that's all you need to do. Give it the normal sounds that it should already have. Obviously this should be best with like an electronic door rather than my old-fashioned door that I've got here. It's because it's going to lock the doors automatically when you run out of fuel. So yeah, something like sliding doors or electronic doors would be the best thing for your game, but I'll leave that completely up to you. You've got the parts over here. These are just general generator parts, so you don't need to worry about the name because they will fit on any generator in any order. It's just the number of parts that you need for each generator changes based on the strength. So this is just generator underscore part dot lua, and there's pretty much nothing to change on this apart from a pickup sound that you want. So I don't remember if I went through the sounds on this or not. But yeah, you've got multiple sounds here. It is all listed in the script, but I've used all 5 sound slots for the generator, so it does actually provide quite a nice sound as you're using it, if you have enough sounds for all of them. So you've got one for like repairing it, one for it having no fuel, one for it trying to actually be refueled, one for it actually running, and I can't remember what the last one was. Let's have a look. As you can see, they're all here. So you got repair or fit bar, the startup sound, one for no fuel down in sound 3, one for actually fuel, and one for the engine loop itself. So, oh yeah, that's it, startup is the one I missed. So you have one where it stutters, which is like when you try to start it up and it has no fuel in it, or if it's running out of fuel, I think it plays that as well. But yeah, anyway, this is the actual fuel itself, and again, this is just general fuel, so you don't have to link it to any particular generator, but you'll need generator underscore fuel.lua, and the strength is the actual amount that you gain. So in my scripts, I've set it to 100 is like my ideal fuel for the generator, like the maximum type of fuel. It doesn't actually have a limit, but 100 is like classed as being good fuel in my example. And then you just sort of tweak your drain value to sort of match what you'd like. So I've put it as 25 is just a sort of like a quarter of the tank basically. But like I say, there is no limit, so technically you could fill them up forever, but that would be kind of silly because then you probably wouldn't have enough to fuel your other generators. But anyway, that's up to you to set up on your thing. But all you need for that is just a pickup sound. So I've got a nice little liquid sound. So as I say, I've got another generator here, and the only difference is that this is set as generator 2 in the name. So it's just slightly more unique compared to the other one. Oh, and I have given it strength 3 because there's 3 parts, just to show that it takes a bit longer to repair. But then all you have to do is just change your lights to generator 2 space light, and the door to generator 2 space door, and then so on and so forth for as many generators as you need. Unfortunately, you can't uniquely change the settings of the generator, so they all drain at the same speed and they're all like flicker at the same speed, etc. So the only thing you can really change is which doors and lights they affect and how many parts they need. So just to keep it a little bit simpler. I mean, if you want to go in and change the script so that it does have different flicker values and drains and everything, if you want different size generators or something, you can do that. It's probably easiest just to make a whole new script and call it like small generator or something. That would be the best way to do it, I should think. But yeah, we'll just keep it nice and simple for now with one script. So yeah, that's the setup done. So just to recap, it is literally a unique name, and then make sure your doors and the lights are following that name. So we're going to run in, and just so you can see it in action and the sound. It's not a lot different to the previous video. So you run up to it and it says 2 parts needed. Again, this is on the string. So if I press E, it says I don't have any parts, and if I go to this one, it says I need 3 parts, and again I still don't have any parts. So if I pick up a part and then press E, it will just play a quick sound but nothing happens. So ideally you'd have like a looping repairing sound here, but I haven't got one, so it just sort of plays a sound. And now it goes down 2. Do it again. I have a slight problem with the X angle of the player. For some reason it just kept looking at the floor, so if I go to this one when I was repairing, so unfortunately it kind of has to be looking straight forward as a temporary fix, because it doesn't seem to be saving the X angle properly. Like ideally I'd want to be looking where I was looking now, so if the generator is up or down it will stay looking up or down, but it didn't work for some reason. When I was getting returned it was like looking straight down, so I don't know why. Anyway, yep, so we put the parts in this one and one more to go in that one. So if I press E, it needs some fuel. So collect your fuel. I've changed the way this works so that you have to actually hold E, and as you can see it starts to increase how much fuel is in there. And you get a nice looping sound. Unfortunately my sounds are all pretty stock, so they've got pauses in them, but with some time editing the sounds you could get this to be constant. And you can let go at any point and it'll let you turn it on. So as you can see it's now got 20 fuel, 19 fuel. It's going to go down fairly quick because this is just a test to make sure it works. But yeah, so there's your door working now. So I can carry on picking up fuel and go through all the doors. And the fuel's still going down. If I want to hold E, I can carry on refueling it. And that'll just stop it running out as quick. But as you can see, if I go to this one, it's not affected. This door is still locked, I can't open it, there's no light, and it still needs one more part. So click this part. And we'll repair that one. So you can see there's still no. Try to turn it on, still no fuel. So we'll just refuel it real quick. And if you start with low fuel, obviously everything starts flashing because it's very low on power. But the door now works. And as you can see, they're both now on low power, and that's why it's going crazy over here. The door's automatically shut. So that's why I say it'd be better to have like sliding doors or electronic doors so that they actually lock, rather than this weird version of the door. So we should be running low. Oh, we've got a bit more to go. But yeah, I can still close these myself and open them. They work just like normal doors. So I haven't actually really edited that script much at all. There we go. Now it's locked, and they're both off. And I'd have to refuel them again. Turn it on. That would be helpful. And that's it.